don't trust the corporate job because it may not be there tomorrow. So you need to invest in yourself, get educated, figure out, do you want to be a real estate investor? Do you have a bunch of money that you can deploy and live off the cash flows by investing in different real estate deals? Do you want to start a business? But I think that's really the shift that I'm seeing. I think you're going to see a lot of people really understand that the tax code, for example, is written for small business owners. It's not written for W-2 employees. So all this together, we need to get educated and we need to take action.
So true, Beau. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining Vinny and Beau show. Every Friday, 9 a.m., we release this from Pacific, myself in the Bay Area, Vinny Chopra and brother Beau right there from Las Vegas. The no tax state. I know I've been kind of saying that because California, we pay so many taxes. We hope you like our shows and comment and share with other people that we are adding value to you. Today, we're going to discuss really something. It's been on our mind is the job report that came out. Oh my gosh. Beau, how are you, brother? I know baby's coming. In-laws are here, and you were mentioning,
Yeah. So we couldn't find a name for the baby. So in Mexico, it's common to name the baby after the dad. So we're having baby Beau. So he's going to be another Beau. His name's Beau.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So wait a minute. You said baby Beau. So what will be the first name then?
His name will be Beau.
Beau. Okay.
Just like me.
Ooh, just like yours. Oh my gosh. So, Beau Jr.
Yeah. And I had a 6-hour birthing class at the hospital this past weekend. So I learned all about the birth process. So yeah, it's very exciting. It's a lot new for me, but
I'm
it's
so
good.
proud, so happy for you. I know when Neil and Monica were born, I also went through those classes, those are really good to be with the wife and everything. And you're fortunate that you have, moms and dad nearby, very close. And then also your in-laws are here. That's awesome.
Yeah. So today's show, we're going to talk about the job losses. I pulled up an article and I was pretty staggered. So like in 2024, Xerox, right? They're laying off 15% of their workforce. 15%. That could affect around 3,000 people. I mean, the list is the company Twitch is laying off 500 people.
Yes.
GDI Integrated, 1,867 people. Let me get some of these big ones. Google cut around 1,000 jobs, which isn't that many for how big they are. And Citigroup is cutting 20,000.
20,000
over the next 2 years.
Oh, next 2 years. Wow.
But that's a lot of people. Bosch is laying off 1,200 people. Wayfair, 1,650. Macy's, 2,000. That makes sense. This steel company, Tata Steel, 2,800 jobs. Salesforce, 700. That's not that big. They have about 7,000 employees. eBay, 1,000. Let me see Microsoft is laying off 1,900.
Wow.
American Airlines, close to 700. Deutsche Bank, 3,500. UPS, 12,000. Ford, 2,700. Nike, 1,600. Cisco, 4,000. Sony, 900. And the list goes on. So what does that mean? That means that I think we're having sort of a retraction. I think it also comes to the fact that a lot of technology can replace people too now, right? And efficiency. So it's not all negative, but I do think it's not good news, right? And so what do I think? If I have a crystal ball, I think what we're going to continue to see is migration from expensive coastal markets to other states and cities that are more affordable. I think people are going to, because we do have a lack of single family inventory and the prices are pretty strong. I think people will start selling, taking their money from California or other high cost areas. And they're going to go to places like Arizona, Las Vegas, New Mexico, because the cost of living is so much better, right? And so then then what's the next phase? The next phase is they're going to figure out how they can replace their income and they're going to start businesses. So I think we're going to see an emergence of people starting businesses, solopreneurs, buying franchise, buying
Mhm.
existing businesses. Every day, 10,000 baby boomers turn 65. Many of those boomers, maybe 30%, I don't know what the number is, have owned small businesses. They don't have succession plans. So it's a great opportunity to buy businesses from people
Yep. Yep.
and get some seller financing, utilize SBA financing. So I think ultimately we're going to see a huge shift.
Hmm.
And I think we'll see a spur in entrepreneurship. We'll see a spur in people that are getting ready for the layoff. Because I get calls every day now, and
Yeah.
people are like planning. I just got I have a client that got laid off from UPS, and I'm helping him now look at franchises because he's like, I want to own a business. He's pretty comfortable. He's done well for himself. He was there for 15 years or so. But the
Hmm.
point is that don't trust the corporate job because it may not be there tomorrow. So you
So
need to invest in yourself, get educated, figure out, do you want to be a real estate investor? Do you have a bunch of money that you can deploy and live off the cash flows by investing in different real estate deals? Do you want to start a business? But I think that's really the shift that I'm seeing. I think you're going to see a lot of people really understand that the tax code, for example, is written for small business owners. It's not written for W-2 employees. So all this together, we need
Mhm.
to get educated and we need to take action.
So true, Bo. What you're talking about, and like thousands of jobs. I think we saw 21,000 in just the IT industry, as you rattled off. A lot of these names, they're all connected in a lot more heavily into the IT industry, and that is where people are making good monies too. So they hopefully have built some nest egg as they get the layoff notices. They have money that they could, get franchises and business and get into real estate to certain level. And then also baby boomers, we've been promoting quite a lot, which I'm doing very heavily into senior living space in Arizona. And we talked about Las Vegas. I just talked to another partner over there in Utah and Provo. I think those three states I'm feeling very, very strong that I want to get better and better into it. It's closer to a home too, San Francisco, and Monica and I just spent 2, 3 days. I've had several meetings with different, partners or strategic, people. It's a big pie. I always say that, just like franchising in your field, it's just such a big, so many businesses can be owned or bought out from people who are retiring. They built their nest egg and now they want to, give it to down the line,
Yeah.
So your business is going to flourish and hopefully ours in the senior living and hotels. And then, multifamily is kind of diluted quite a bit. As you know, it's become a red ocean. And we have I met with Neil Baba, by the way, too, this week. We had lunch, and again we were discussing. He's the data scientist. He's got so many great statistics, and people fly him in business class and pay for all that, to present at these conventions. I'm really proud of him. The thing is, multifamily loans are going to come due. Almost 75 million billion are coming down the pike in next 3 to 5 months, and a lot more cash calls are happening. From what I see, some distressed property. I think multifamilies come down about 25%. I think I heard, and maybe the crystal ball, nobody's got it, but maybe another 7% more. It might come down, and so on. So
Yeah.
we got to be really abreast of where we are. Each individual situation is different. Again, we are not CPAs or attorneys, but we share our ideas and our crystal balls and what we find in the different news and everything.
Yeah. I just read an article on like the real deal about he was a big multifamily. I can't think of his name. I was going to text it to you the other day when I was reading it. But
Please do.
his building's performing, but his loan's coming due and he can't like it's cash flowing, but he's stuck because he can't get proceeds. So I don't
Yeah.
know what's going to happen with that. But you're seeing a lot of that, even with very experienced operators, because if you can't get takeout financing and your loans coming due, you're pretty screwed.
You are.
So yeah, I mean, we have a lot of issues right now. Overall, though, I think the economy in general
Hmm.
um, seems not that bad, other than some of that issues there. I think ultimately it's surprisingly strong still, which
I'm
is
surprised by it, to be very truthful. I look into stock market and I know this was like the S&P is at 535, SPY 500, and the thing is the market propped up, and it's an election year. So we just don't know. I mean, how much bull can go up and up and up and up and up. Today's, we are recording Good Friday. Okay, the thing is, S&P is up, but then tech stocks were down. There is up and down quite a bit. It's hard to really muster up, what's going to happen in the month of, April. Quarter ended, by the way, today, right? I mean, we should also talk about maybe some of the, I know Crush 2024 that you and I launched. And I hope it was helpful to a lot of people who got, into, again, anybody who did not get into it or you're new to us, please go ahead and register. As soon as you register, you get to see all the video clips, 31 of them, I think, or more, in the crush2024.com. So please subscribe to it. And again, we don't sell our list to anybody or anything. It's just that we want to help people so that they could take their business to the next level.
Yeah, I think that's what the goal of 2024 is, we look how fast the first quarter went, right? And I could definitely look back and I can see that I've achieved a lot of great things, but also
Yes.
the other day I realized I wasn't getting the content out that I wanted to. That was part of the plan,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm feeling there. I mean, I'm doing more live events and so forth, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
But so I'm really, really focused because I know how to make the phone ring. So I just need to spend more time doing that, and that really comes out of calendar blocking. But so anyway, what do? You go okay, well, how many videos did I end up putting out, or how much content did I put out?
Mm-hmm.
What was I anticipating? And now I have to pivot for the next quarter because I didn't quite do what I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
But I also, in other areas, I made much better strides. So then going forward,
Same thing, just to be very straightforward. I know we got really going in the first week of January, then February, March, I think 3 weeks and 4. I mean, a lot of accomplished work done by you and I. But again, looking mirror, it's so important to look in the mirror and pivot and see what's happening, what's not happening. My academy, my master coaching leads were drying up and all that. I just hired a brand new company to really do some good, solid advertising, and they are going to be bringing me up in the ranks for senior living, like nobody's business. I appreciate that. They are writing articles, SEO search articles and everything. But the other thing which I just wanted to share again, launching we hired a full-time digital degree programmer and editor and manager for Desi Money Show. I know you and I've been talking about it. It's for reaching out to the, Desi people, Desi from India and Pakistan and Bangladesh and, Thailand and all, who came here for almost zero money like us and then have done well. So we'll be having 57 episodes, one a week, and we hired a full-time person, Manhur. She's amazing, and we have accomplished so much in just last 1 week. As she just joined a few days back, and we got the intros, outros we are working on, and
So will that be in Hindu, or what language are you going to do it? The
It'll be in
podcast.
English. It'll be in English with some mixture in English, in Hindi and Punjabi also, because we're going to kind of, and maybe that the words will say at the bottom as we edit. If we speak in Hindi and Punjabi, it'll be written what we mean in English. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. We are getting Twitter to tell us, not Twitter, ChatGPT to tell us how to bring flavor, desi flavor into our approaches. Our intro has some samosas and gulab jamuns and chai in it, so we are trying to make it more personalized, and it's going to be pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. We have chosen the color schemes. We have got the logos going. We got channels all set up on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and LinkedIn and all those, right? And yeah, and YouTube and everything. So we're looking forward to it, and we're going to be cultivating my Desi friends there in my LinkedIn. I've got, I think, 12,000 plus, so we'll be able to add more and more, through there.
Yeah, that's fun. See, that's a good thing to do, because you also got to figure out where your avatars are, right? And that's kind of one of your niches is,
Yes.
you relate because you came from another country, and a lot of people that immigrated here. Well, most people immigrated to the U.S.,
Yeah.
except Native Americans, but yeah, I think that's going to be good, right? And you get your message out, and it's going to resonate with a lot of people, and so
Yeah.
that's good. So it's good to pivot your marketing a little bit and figure out, who am I really trying to talk to with my
Yeah.
messaging. And I would say that's one of the best ideas for marketing I think you guys could have done.
Oh,
Just right, like, and so that's what I'm doing too. I'm really niching down and who is my avatar. And fortunately for me right now,
mhm.
everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people want to go out on their own. They want
Yeah.
their own, they want to buy a business, they want to start a business. And those are my avatars. So it's like there's literally millions and millions of people in the United States. And
Mhm.
actually, we can help people buy franchises that want to come to the States, and they can, if you invest in a business, you can utilize the E2 visa and get the work visa, the E2.
Yes.
And so a lot of people from other countries, it's a great way. So we get a lot of influx of people. So eventually, maybe I was always maybe get my wife involved because she speaks Spanish, because
Yes.
there's so many people that want to come, and it's one of the easiest ways to get here is through
Yeah.
the E2 visa. And a lot of people buy franchises because you have to invest a certain amount and own a business kind of thing. So there's really the sky's the limit right now, that I'm seeing that all the hard work I've put in is finally really paying off. And that's always, because sometimes you get frustrated and you're like, it's not, you don't see the results every single day. But now it's like there's nothing better than somebody texting me at
Yeah.
5 in the morning, like this guy did today. He's on
Hmm.
the East Coast, and he's like, "Hey, I was just watching your videos, and I had brought a CPA on the Business Ownership Summit, and we were going back and forth."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Man, this. Our conversation was literally, gave me his background. He's very successful,
Hmm.
um, and he said he needs to offset about $1 million of taxable uh,
Mm.
events this year." And so he's like, he was looking at short-term rentals. He's like, can't really find anything right now. It's overpriced. And then
Hmm.
he got interested in business, and then that's how he found me. Right.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. So now I got a great client that's got several $1 million ready to go. So
Oh, I love it. So let me ask you a question. Maybe our viewers want to know, when somebody buys a franchise with real estate and business or starts one, so how much percentage of their capital is deductible? They do cost segregation and everything in the real estate side of it, or how does
yeah,
it?
they could. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, you don't even need real estate. I mean, there's no better, I mean, a few real estate deductions are just comparable. But if you look at owning a small business and you look at Section 179 and bonus depreciation,
Yeah.
it's really a simple component. You're buying $100,000 work truck that
Hmm.
can potentially offset some of your W-2 income. There's no like you need to
Yeah.
be work so many hours as a real estate agent. No, it's a business. It's your business. Even if
It's
you're passive in that business and you own that business,
yeah.
so it's a beautiful thing. So we're good. We have laundromats, right? Like that's laundry. Starting a new laundromat, you're 600,000 in equipment. That's all
Uh,
you can depreciate. So
yeah.
trucks,
And that is
equipment,
deducted first year, isn't it? I mean, it's
yeah,
like the bonus depreciation. I heard that it's coming back. I think it's already passed the House or Senate. Senate may be passed, but House is going to pass the bill, from what I understand. I know, so that will be very, very good retroactively for last year. But people who have already filed for taxes, maybe they have to retrieve and go back and whatever. But yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So there's
these laws are in our favor. I know we had a very good friend, our CPA. Come on. The key thing is to really keep in touch with your financial planner or CPA to get guidance each quarter, because you cannot do anything when it's January 1st, 2024. Nothing can be done. Nothing can be backdated or anything, or falsifying the books or anything, and the key thing is to really be like in 2024, first quarter is done. Meet with your financial planner, your CPA, and say, hey, this is what already happened. This is what I'm fixing to happen. I remember Brother Lanzaro, Ted used to say that, from Connecticut, good friend, CPA. He's into real estate big time also. The key thing is you got to really plan your activities so that you could take advantage of the tax codes.
totally.
Yeah.
It blows my mind. Like here, I got a guy that's very sophisticated, but never was in the entrepreneurial space. And like, if he didn't learn these things, like he would literally have $1 million in 2024 that he would have to pay, right? So, like,
Yeah.
it's good now that he's learning, because who wants to pay $1 million in taxes if you can avoid
Totally.
it legally?
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of education that needs to be to happen. But that's
Mhm.
why I am so gung ho about what I do now, is because I see like, here's your opportunity, and for those that want to take it, you should take it, because it's
You
if
know,
you don't take it, you're going to be left in like, you're going to be that person that like spent 20 years working at a company, and all of a
mhm.
sudden they lay you off, and there's no loyalty in corporations. So you're better off. I'm not saying being self-employed is the easiest thing in the world, because I've been self-employed pretty much my whole adult life since I was
Yeah.
20.
Mhm.
But I make the rules, I make the schedule.
Yeah,
I'm
that's the
I'm
beauty of it. That's the beauty of it.
yeah,
I love that, what you're saying. The same thing with me, since I came from, India with $7, man. I was a salesperson, my marketing consultant, fundraiser, blah, blah, blah. But it is all from my home. So I've had office in home and meet my clients in the hotel or at their place of business and all that. But it's so much fun when you have that drive and passion. Then you could really be, crushing 2 hours, whatever time you got, 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever. But you are building your business. That's the key thing. I hope anybody watching us or listening to us, I hope you have that drive to start a side hustle, I call it, right? Side hustle to get stream of income. Even though you're a W-2 person, that's okay. But we can find time if we really send the signals out and reach out to Brother Beau or myself, and you want to start passively investing or actively investing in franchising and all that. This is the best time to do it, really. Yeah.
yeah. I love it. I absolutely love entrepreneurship. I love business. I love the creativity of it, because you
Yeah.
can literally be as creative as you want. Like, I had an idea to start emailing this certain segment to get them to refinance their SBA loans. So I put
Uh-huh.
together a list. I automated it, and I've only done like 1,000 emails. Boom,
Yeah.
snagged one. Right,
Yeah.
$5 million loan. Boom. Right, like, that excites me. I
Yeah.
call it sport fishing. It's just like when you find that really good real estate deal, and
Uh-huh.
that is the most excitement you get, right? It's like, it's not closing on the deal, it's actually finding and tying the deal up. That is the fun part, right? That's like, boom, the energy comes. So that's the same way I feel when I get a new client, and it's like, I'm pretty confident it's going to be a great deal. And I
Yeah.
just, boom, I'm like fishing, and I snag that first, when you go fishing and you got to pull up to set the hook.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
setting the hook. That's my fun, right? And so,
Love it. I love it. I love it. Other hooks, I'm so fascinated. I did hire this company in Romania and everything, and she's doing fabulous with her whole and we got the media buyer, everything, and who's very proficient in putting the funnels for my academy and my courses and all. I'm so excited about it. In just 4 or 5 days, what they have shown me, what they have done, it's remarkable. I'll share them, and I want to give them accolades. They have worked with coaches before and other things. The other part is passive wealth symposium. So I think I've gotten clarity in my mind. My two avatars, they are two different ones, but I need to spend time in both, and that's my next one. I'll be doing monthly webinars like you, brother. I'm getting inspiration from you, which will be, I got a partner now in Ottawa, another Indian, Amit, and he's amazing. I mean, he's crushing it in the stock market, and he can teach, and he's got lessons and everything. So we'll be doing passive wealth symposium, which is my domain name, where I bring people in all specialties to really teach the passive investing for entrepreneurs. So that's my next really big thing, which I'm going to go big on, and I'm putting in go high level, like all these different things I've spoken, which are good for passive investors. I'm putting them all together. It'll be totally free for my passive investors, and they can just come and learn the material, and and decide for themselves for diversifications and tax benefits. It's going to have so many different specialists there, Lupo, and tax strategies and EQRP and 401ks and Roth IRA, everything like that. And
Yeah,
love
that's
you,
yeah.
and get your videos on franchising in there, because see, the thing is, that's where the passive investors should be, at one platform, so that they could just get anything they want. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, no, I love that idea, right?
Mhm.
And then you do like a live event, virtual,
Yes,
every
yes.
month, and then you record that. That becomes content for
Good.
future stuff, and then
Yes.
you build it, and then you sell the sizzle. So each month, it's like, okay, like you have some sexy
Mm.
topic, right?
Yep.
And if you've got money, you're looking at, where do I put the money, and where's the best appreciation and
Totally.
cash flow, and where is the best tax strategy. And so if you put this and get it in front of the avatar accredited
Yes.
investor, and you're giving them free content that is like, they're going to show up, and they're like, yeah, this is the best hour I could spend, is like dialing in. That's what I'm doing exactly in my niche. And
Love it. I love it. And
yeah,
Bill Davis, I want to give accolade to Bill. He's, working with you for 12 years. And Bill started working with me about a year or so. And a year and a half, he's written 300 articles on accredited investor blogs. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe how he just showed me all those. I'm so proud of his efforts, and it's going to be blogging and, everything. Just like I have that domain name, accreditedinvestor.blog, I think it's called. I don't know. And then also for the syndication mentor, I think, or something, multifamily mentor, I think, blog. So I'm so thankful for, and that's what it's all about. Well, you said the fruits of the money you spend and time you spend, you don't get it overnight success. You don't. It takes time. Takes 2, 3, 4, 6, 9 months. So it's a game where you got to invest into your business to see the benefits come down the pike. And
yeah,
it's same
yeah,
thing like with the hand pump. In India, we have a lot of hand pumps, to get water out of the well. And you have to put some water into the hand pump. Like Zig Ziglar used to carry one made out of silver, maybe, I think it is. In the aeroplane, he used to carry a small hand pump, and he'll put it when he goes for his presentations. I've seen it. I've seen Ziegler shook his hand. I used to love his energy and everything. Zig Ziglar is amazing, amazing. He passed away, of course. See You on the Top, See You Over the Top, all those books. The key thing was, you have to put water in the hand pump and start pumping slowly. Slowly, you put more water, you start pumping slowly. And then once the water goes down and then the suction happens. Suction is the word. And then you start pumping really big. Water starts flowing. And guess
Yeah.
what? Once it starts flowing, brother, then you cool down. Then you don't have to really, pump that much.
But I'm
And
still going to pump though.
yeah, exactly.
I will.
No, I mean, you have to pump to make your results come again, right?
And it's still flowing
No.
though, but it's still flowing, right? I almost think of it as a snowball. The snowball going down the hill and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. We call it a flywheel.
Yes.
Okay, the flywheel. It's very true. Like now when I do an event, it's like boom, 160 people sign up, and that's without putting any marketing spend, right? And so when I do my next big event, I had 225 sign up the last bigger event. Which it's
And you do it through Eventbrite, right? Is that right?
yeah. I'm gonna do the next
Tickets?
one.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, the next one. Well, I have a couple different strategies. I use Eventbrite as one, but the next one I do, my goal is to have 500 registered
Wow.
and
How would you
have
do
about
that?
200.
Let's talk about it.
Beau and I are together to really bring the best to get your business to the next level.
Do me a favor, subscribe and share. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to connecting with you in the future.